just beginning this video with the message of gratitude. Gratitude for you being here, for you tuning in, for you trusting in something within you to stop whatever you're doing and to receive this. I wanted to start with gratitude for that. So it's Sunday when I'm recording this, and I've just been in church with my dad and my neighbour Marge, and whilst I was in church I just had a little moment, and I asked for some guidance on if I had a message to deliver, if I could deliver absolutely anything to absolutely anyone, what would I say? What would it be? And then just let it go. I just had a little moment to myself, and what came through was, you already know. You already know what you'd say. You know exactly what you'd say. So be in your heart space and lead from there. Because when we lead from the heart space, it comes with this trusting and this knowing that you'll always be received exactly how you need to be received. The message will always land, it will always reach the people that it's supposed to reach. It will all align perfectly. You don't need to worry. You don't need to fixate and overthink on, am I saying the right thing? Are they going to receive me right? Do I need to do more? Do I need to be more? It's no performance. You don't need to perform. Just speak from your heart. And just know that you'll be led and you'll receive what you need at this exact moment. And that's what I want you to feel throughout this message, that it's meant for you, whoever you are. So I wanted to share something that I recently went through, and I've not spoke about it, and I think it's a real message of inspiration, but I also want you to feel into bringing this into your life, allowing this to be the way in which you live your life, if you choose to, if it feels aligned for you. So in church before, the priest talked about be still and know that I am God, and he went into just talk further into that, which I don't need to go into. Like that sentence alone sums up what I'm about to say. But it's in that stillness, and it's in the allowing yourself to just not even quiet your mind, but silence your mind, like be in that silence where you're not in the thoughts, you're not in the to-do list. You don't actually treat that time like a to-do list, because that's something that some of us do. We find ourselves meditating or praying or doing our mantra or whatever it is, just so that we can tick it off like a checkbox and be like, yeah, I've done that. miss out on the moment, and we miss out on that knowing. So I was driving to my friend's house. He lives in Wales, so it was like an hour drive. And on the drive, I was just in like this really open space. I was actually on my period as well, which when I'm at that time of the month, I am my most open. Like, my creativeness probably 10x's. So I was just in this, like, I just felt really open. that's the only way that I can describe it. And on the drive, I was listening to a playlist which is like all my worship music, and it just gets me in the heart space. And I received this really beautiful download of holding space. And I've not held space at the time. I hadn't held space in person for about 3 months, something like that. So I was excited. I was really excited to have received this download. So I'm driving along and I'm creating. I'm creating what I want to do. So I wanted it to be a day retreat. So I wanted it to be like one of my day retreats that I do. And I received all of the, you know, the where I wanted to take them, the journey that I wanted to take them on. I had like the specific woman in mind that I wanted to be there. So I wanted to go into like, what was coming through was like inner child and self-forgiveness, and just really getting deep with a self. That was the vision. And then I fell into the price, which was 111, which is what I basically charge for my day retreats. And then I got all the specifics, which numbers, so it was 22 women, 111 per person, start at 12, finish at 6. I knew where I was going to hold it, which is my friend's space. Everything was just coming to me, and I was just so excited. Like, I'm literally driving along and I could visualize the women in the room. I could literally see what was going to come from this, and how empowering and how much of an impact it was going to have on her life. So all this is coming to me. And then as everything was just planning out, I just got this feeling. You know, it wasn't a loud scream, it wasn't a shout, it wasn't this big dramatic, you know, where it stops you in your tracks. It was just a feeling within me. And the feeling was, this is going to be life-changing. It's going to change these women's lives, and it's going to be amazing. And you have to do it for free. That was the message. You can't receive any money for this. You have to be in service for free. And the exchange of the time and energy and the depth in which they will go to in terms of healing and showing up and really allowing themselves to access those parts of themselves will be the energetic exchange, not money. And in that moment, instantly I questioned it, and it was just like, I don't understand. And then I understood. Because I came back to my heart space, and I came back to the feeling, and I came back to the knowing. And I didn't question it, and I didn't try and dig deeper, and I didn't start searching, and I didn't start overthinking and overanalyzing and making it into anything at all other than receiving the message and trusting in the message. And then I decided to turn my music off, and I just drove the rest of the drive with complete silence, just in my heart space. And I wasn't thinking about anything. And it was just a feeling of peace and a feeling of trust and a feeling of knowing. But then with that knowing and with that trust and with that download and that guidance that I received is the action. And this is the part where a lot of us lose ourselves. So we'll receive what we need, but then we won't take inspired action. We'll neither dismiss it and not do anything with it, or we'll just ignore it. And I know that because that's what I've done my whole entire life, but I didn't ignore it. And I knew with this that I didn't want to then show up on Instagram. I didn't want to get on a social media platform and be like, I'm holding space for free. I knew that I didn't need to seek out these women. I knew that the women who was meant to be there would seek out me. They'd come into my life, onto my path, into my field, some way, somehow, and I didn't need to force it. I didn't need to do anything. I just needed to trust. I needed to allow. And in order to vibrationally align myself with those women who were supposed to be there that day, I just needed to be me. And that's how I became a vibrational match for them, for what they needed, for what I'm here to deliver. I just needed to be me. So that's what I did. And then one by one, whether it was through somebody reaching out to me on Instagram in my DMs, a conversation that I might have had, someone might have just popped up into, onto my news feed or whatever. It was just happening, it was just all unfolding. And then I ended up having 11 women, because that was the number that I was given, 11. So then I brought these 11 women together for a day of healing, and I didn't ask for anything at all from them other than for them to show up fully in their truth, prepared to really go within, to give it their everything. And in all honesty, it was probably one of the most powerful, intense sessions that I've ever done. I've never had women go that deep before. But then what happened then was, so that was me moving in faith, just trusting. I received the download, I received the message, I trusted in the guidance, I moved, and then that was it. We had this amazing experience, and I got to meet these incredible women, and I had such an amazing day with them. From that day, I actually ended up, a few weeks later, so a few weeks after that, I ended up signing up 2 of them who both reached out to me and wanted to work with me one-to-one. So one done a 6-month package, which is 7k, and the other one done a 3-month package, which is 3,300. Now, what I want you to feel into if I would have went into that feeling into, right, I'm going to give it them for free in the hopes that then they'll sign up to me, or they'll buy into something else, or they might buy a ticket to my live event, or blah 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 blah, then you block it. You block what's meant for you because you're trying to figure it out. That wasn't mine to figure out. I didn't need to figure any of it out. I needed to trust, and I needed to let go, and I needed to allow it to be whatever it had to be. And I needed to be okay in, if they want to work with me further, amazing. If they don't want to work with me further, amazing. Because I've still done my part, I've still shown up, I've still give everything that I could have given them that day. I had nothing left to give. I was exhausted. Like the week after, I cancelled all my calls, like everything that I had going on that week, I just cancelled it because I needed that week to myself to get back in the energy. And just, wow, it was intense, let's just say that. But there was no attachment into what it needs to be and what it could be and what it should be and what I want it to be. There was nothing. I just allowed. And this is a really beautiful lesson for anybody. And I want you to take the deeper message from this for anybody who feels like you're at a part of your life where you feel like you're not getting the guidance and you're not receiving the messages, and you feel like you're doing all of the right things, and you're showing up and you're making it happen, and nothing's happening. It almost feels silent, and you're starting to question, why are you even bothering? What is it that you're supposed to be doing? Are you doing it right? And then you're losing your trust, and then you're questioning your faith. So then, if you're not moving in a frequency of faith, then you're moving in fear. And with fear comes the lack, the limitations. Then you start to spiral in the old beliefs and the old stories and the old cycles and the old systems, and then it very, very quickly transitions into not believing that you're worthy, not feeling that you're deserving. And then you start questioning your gifts. And then you forget who you are. You forget what you're here to do. You forget who you're here to be. And those thoughts spiral, and then you start moving in fear, and it takes you on a path that you're not supposed to be on. So you start making decisions from a lower vibration, all because you lost your faith, because you tapped out. You tapped out when you was this close. You got in your head and you stayed there, and you forgot the power of your heart space, and you forgot the power of being still and listening. You forgot the power of knowing, and then you stay there because then you don't know how to get out of that place. This is the power of knowing who you are. This is the power of knowing your own inner voice. This is the power of trusting in you. Not being reliant on anybody to give you that validation, anybody to tell you it's going to be okay, anybody to tell you don't go that way, don't do that, do this. Anybody supporting you, anybody believing in you. So many of us wait around for somebody to tell us that we're good enough, somebody to finally believe in us. It's you who needs to believe in you. It's you that needs to be that voice to you. outside noise, when you stop asking everybody else what do they think and what do they feel, and if there was you, what would they do? When you stop all of that, that is when miracles happen. That is when soul alignment happens. That is when everything begins to fall into place. And the biggest miracle of all is realising that you actually didn't need to do anything. There was nothing to do, only to be. And the being is being you, staying true to you. When I left my business last year, so for those that are new here, last year I had a training academy. I had my own salon. I had a really successful training academy, fully booked, and I was unbelievable at what I'd done. I was. People would travel from all over to come and get trained by me. I was very successful in what I'd done. And this one day I had a masterclass, and there was like 4 or 5 students on it, and it was just a normal day. It was just a normal day. Nothing was going wrong, nothing was feeling out of alignment, like everything was just a normal day for me in my training academy. These students was amazing, and I stood in my salon, and there was just this moment, and it was probably 30 to 40 seconds, but it felt like hours when I was in it. And I was stood in the training part of my salon, and on the wall I've got a gold plaque with me name on it. My business name was Catherine Amy Aesthetics, and that's massive gold writing on the wall. And in that moment I just felt this feeling, and it was the exact feeling that I felt that day in the car when I was driving to Wales. It's the exact feeling that I felt that time when I was talking to a random woman who then ended up coming to my event and then ended up booking onto me coaching program and became a one-to-one. Like the feeling is the same feeling. It's the exact same feeling. And it was the feeling of, it's time to leave, it's time to move. And as I looked up at my name on the wall, I knew inside of myself that that was going to be the last time that I was going to be in that salon as an aesthetics practitioner running a training academy. I knew that it was my time to move, and that didn't come with a feeling of, okay, well I'm just gonna go home and I'm gonna think about it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna sit with this, just let me feel into it a little bit longer, let me sit on it, let me meditate on it. I need to journal, I need to get out in nature, I need to make this decision. It was a knowing, it was instant, and it was a trust. It was a trust from me. I didn't go and ring me sister, I didn't go and put it on Instagram and ask people outside of me for the answers and what should I do, and somebody help me and I don't know what way to go. I trusted in that moment, I trusted in that feeling. The feeling is the Holy Spirit. The feeling's within. It's within each and every one of us. But we have to be still enough to listen. And we have to know ourselves enough to trust. That day I locked up my salon was to make that decision, then my life will never ever be the same again. That was a knowing deep within me. I still moved. I still trusted and I listened and I took the inspired action. I didn't wait around. And I didn't ask anybody outside of myself. I went within. And that day I messaged every single student who was booked on my courses for the rest of that month and the month after, because I was fully booked. I individually messaged every single one of them and asked them for the bank details so that I could refund them the deposit. And I sat in my garden. On the grass. It was a dead hot day. It was August 2024. And I just spent that time refunding these women their money back with tears rolling down my face and not knowing what my next move was, not knowing what my next step was, not knowing where do I go from here, but knowing that this is what I need to do, this is what my soul needs at this point in my journey. I just trusted deep within myself. Touching intuition. And just as I knew, my life has never, ever been the same since that day. It's never been the same. I've never been the same. And that's my message to anybody who isn't trusting, who isn't holding the faith, who isn't believing in who they are, who, when the 3D world isn't how you want it to be, how you expect it to be, how you think it should be, then you walk away, you give up, you lose the vision, you no longer hold the vibration, you no longer walk in faith. This message is for you. Stay in faith. When I gave up my business and I knew that it was my soul's calling to go deeper and to help women and to use everything that I've been through to deliver what I'm delivering, which I believe so deeply inside of myself that this will change this world. I believe that. I believe what I'm doing will change this world. I know the impact that I'm here to have. I never once walked away from that business and was feeling into, oh, I really hope it's going to be okay. I really hope that I can do this. I really hope that I'm able to help these women to heal. I really hope it's all going to work out for me and everything will be okay. I really hope. No. I didn't hope. I knew. And nobody could tell me otherwise. I led from a place of knowing deep within me, this is gonna work out. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know the next step, I don't know the how. I don't know how anything's gonna play out for me, but I know that it will. I know that I will walk a purpose-driven path. I know that as long as I'm led by my soul and I stay in my heart space and I stay true to who I am, that everything will work out. And I led from that place of knowing, not hoping. to this day, I hold that feeling deep within me, even when things are being questioned and it's meant to be like this, but then it ends up like that, and then that happens, and then this happens, and I'm like, why is everything happening? I'm like, I bring it back to truth, I bring it back to the knowing. I be still, I go within, and I follow the whisper. I listen to my inner guidance, and then I trust in me. And I don't think that we're taught any of this. I don't think anybody tells us any of this. And I think we have to figure it out for ourselves. And I think it's probably the most beautiful lesson that I've ever learned. And I think it's brought me closer to me than I've ever felt before. And that's just having this deep-rooted belief that everything that I'm searching, I'm seeking, I need, I want, everything that I'm looking for is within me, and I have access to it, and nobody else does. Nobody else can access what I can access because it's within me, and nobody knows me like I know me. Nobody can feel what I can feel, and I have to stay true to that. I have to stay loyal to that. I have to move with that, and I believe that it's in doing so that I live the life that I live today, and I'm able to deliver messages like this. I speak from wisdom. I speak from truth. Sorry, I just had to stop off and get some pineapple. So yeah, just to bring this beautiful message to an end. Just leave, when you find this video, when you watch this video, when you resonate with this video and you feel into what I'm saying, feel into where in your life can you go deeper, where in your life can you trust yourself more, where are you being asked to trust you, where do you need to bring it back in? Where do you need to stop asking everybody outside of yourself? And I think even deeper than that, where do you need to stop caring about everybody outside of yourself and what they're doing and what they think? And if they was in your shoes, then what would they do? Where can you disconnect and take back your energy? Where can you implement more time to be in silence? Where can you create more time to spend with you, but not in the doing? Where can you create more silence, more stillness? Where can you create space for you to receive that inner guidance, so that you can receive the messages, the signs, the synchronicities, everything that you're looking for? And where can you be more you? Where can you be more you? Where can you let people feel you on a deeper level? Where can you be more playful? Where can you speak more, express more, just be yourself more? Whether that's in your business, in your relationship, around your children, when you're driving your car, on your social media, because that's a big one. Like, let your followers feel who you really are, and watch how different your life. You have a business, right, that's linked to a social media platform. Show up in whichever way you can, as more you. Let your audience feel you. Don't just let them see it on a screen, let them feel you. Implement small changes where you can just be more yourself and watch. Honestly, sit back and watch the difference that makes to your business. And yeah, that might come with losing followers, that might come with people being more opinionated, more comments. It might come with people thinking that you're a little bit weird, or oh, she's changed, she's not like how she used to be, I'm gonna unfollow her. Good. Because when people have been removed from our path, whether it's social media, whether it's real life, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is, it's just making room for what's meant for you. And who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want what's truly meant for the real you, not the false you? Once you've sat with all of that and you've felt into where you can go deeper with everything that I've just said, completely surrender. Give it to God. Let it go. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to be in control. Stop wanting to know all of the answers. Stop control the not being in control. And just let it be whatever it needs to be. Holding the trust, walking in faith, and knowing deep within you that's what's meant for you. It won't miss you. It won't pass you by. It will come in the most divine time and in the most perfect way, bigger than anything that the logical mind can comprehend. Those who believe in the miracles will witness the miracles. Those who believe in the magic will experience magic. And those who know themselves fully trust